Hey, in this video we will talk about Phineas Cage, referred to as the man who began neuroscience. So on September 13, 1848, Cage was working on the Rutland and Burlington Railroad. He was using a large metal rod to pack explosive charges into the ground when the charge accidentally exploded. The rod penetrated Cage's left cheek, tore through his brain, and exited his skull. After this, what most of us would consider fatal injury, not only was Cage conscious, but he was able to walk and talk. Cage was actually knocked out for a moment, but then he walked over to an ox cart, made an entry in his time book, and went back to his hotel to wait for a doctor. About 12 years after his accident, he died of epilepsy. So the question is, how was Cage able to survive his injury and recover from it? There are multiple theories about it. So according to MRI of Cage's skull and reconstruction, the damage to his brain was restricted to frontal lobes, mainly the left orbitofrontal ventromedial region and the left anterior region. According to researchers, this region is crucial for certain aspects of decision-making, planning, and social regulation of behavior. Before the injury, Cage was described as smart, efficient, and capable. But after the lobe damage, many of his friends described him as an almost different person entirely. He was described as fitful, irreverent, indulging at times in the grossest profanity. The impact that the accident had has helped us better understand what the frontal lobe does, especially in relation to personality. Phineas Cage's case has become popular over the years. Here's a clip from the show Medium.
In 1848, Phineas Gage was part of a work gang blasting rock while clearing the roadbed for a new railroad line. On September 13th of that year, Phineas's life would be changed forever by one simple spark. He was tamping down an explosive charge with an iron rod when the gunpowder ignited early, and a 3-foot iron rod was blown clear through Phineas's skull. Miraculously, Phineas survived. His body, it seemed, had made a complete recovery. His spirit, on the other hand, those who knew Phineas best said he was a changed man after his accident. Once even-keeled and hard-working, he was now fitful, irreverent, and grossly profane. But would it surprise you to learn that Phineas, after a long night of drinking, once identified himself to a fellow inebriate as Cyrus Ames? Who, you ask, was Cyrus Ames? Cyrus Ames was a notorious gunfighter and card cheat. For a time, he was employed by the railroads to shoot any Indians who attempted to interfere with the construction. On the day of Phineas's accident, Cyrus Ames lay dying of syphilis in the very same doctor's office where Phineas was treated. There are some who believe that an exchange of sorts took place that day, that the soul of a dying gunfighter somehow slipped into the body of an injured railroad worker. Coincidence? We may never know. Unlikely? Yes. Impossible? You be the judge. A man by the name of Robert L. Ripley, after all, would challenge you to believe it or not.